Hey guys, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and tonight's video I'm going to talk about selling bulk food products on eBay and why you need to be doing that. And if you are producing your own product, you definitely need to be offering it in larger quantities. And I'm going to explain exactly why. So just a really quick rundown, guys. Welcome to Marketing Food Online. This is a YouTube channel dedicated to showing you how to start food businesses or create a food product and get it into the market. It could be into retail stores. It could be online. You could be selling it to distributors or in wholesale. So I talk about all of these wonderful ideas. I've been in the food business now for my own business for a little bit over 11 years. And before that, I was in food retail for over 20 plus years. So I've got quite a bit of food experience, and I love teaching people how to start their businesses. My wife and I started our food business from home. And we sold locally, and then we saw the potential for what we could do. We also owned a Italian bakery, and then we went online, and our business quite exploded. It's been about 10 years. It definitely did not happen overnight. I will tell you that. This is not a get rich channel. So if that's what you're looking for, you could definitely probably look somewhere else for a different channel. But I will show you how to start a food business, and I will show you how we do 6 figures a year now on multiple platforms online. Between Etsy, Amazon, and eBay, and of course our own website. So this video in particular, I want to explain to you. This video is really for beginners. So if you are very familiar with eBay, this may be a video you may not want to watch. You may already know this, but if you are new to selling food, or if you have a food idea and you're trying to think of where can I start, do I create my own website first, or should I sell on a platform like an Etsy or an eBay? Should I open an Amazon store? Okay, so number one, right off the top, if you don't have, and this is my advice to you, it took me quite a few years to understand e-commerce, and now I pretty much know it like the back of my hand because I've just dedicated so much time to learning about it. But if you are not familiar with e-commerce, I would highly, highly recommend, number one, do not open your own website right off the bat. Should you have one? Yes. Should you expect to make money off of your own website and just create one from Weebly or Shopify and then tomorrow you're going to have sales? No, it will not happen. Sorry, but that's not how it works online. Should you start a store on Etsy or eBay? Yes, definitely. And here's the one reason why, and I've definitely mentioned this in quite a few other videos, is number one, these platforms have an existing customer base. There are people who already come here and already go to these websites. So when you create a store and then you begin to create listings for your food products, then yes, you have the potential to make more money and to get sales awfully faster than you would if you try to create your own website. So there's a little tiny thing, and again, this is for beginners, and if you're not familiar with it, it's called SEO. And SEO is search engine optimization. And Google basically categorizes and catalogs all of the websites, numerous websites, millions and millions of websites. So in order for that to be found and to get on that first page, that prime real estate, if you will, in order for your website to be found on the first page, it is extremely difficult, okay, when you first start. Unless you have a lot of money to throw at some company to do it for you, it's not going to happen. So the reason why I say that is you open a store on one of these platforms, you're going to get traffic immediately to your products because people go to eBay and look for, let's say, food products. Like I've got examples here, this organic sunflower seeds. So if you were looking for that and you went to eBay, there's a good likelihood that you're going to find this product and you can make the sale. When you have your own website, it sounds kind of glamorous. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. I've got my own website. I created it. I did it myself. That's great. But now you got to get traffic, and you don't just want traffic. You want people that are considered traffic who are buyers. Okay, having all the likes and having traffic come to your website and a whole bunch of people looking at things, it means nothing. If you're in business to make money, you need those people to buy something from you. Just getting traffic doesn't mean diddly. Okay, and I don't want to belittle the idea, but it really doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. I have on an average of 65 to 70,000 views a month on our social media. Now, I don't tell you that it's because I'm jumping up and down about what I've achieved and done. That's all great and grand, but to be honest with you, all of those people don't buy stuff from my website, okay? And they simply come to my social media, but I don't get a lot of sales from that as much as I would like. I do get sales, yes, but as much as I like to be honest with you, no, I don't. So, and like I do with all my videos, I'm straight up honest with you about everything that I do. And the idea that I get every single one of those customers to drop $1 in my store doesn't happen. So that's what every day, that's why running a business online means I have to figure out ways to convert them to buyers. So All right. So now with that being said, you have a food idea and you want to create it and sell it online. Okay. So you go to eBay or Etsy and you create a listing. Now I'm going to go through this specific listing. And what is a listing? When I say listing, this is a listing. Okay. You want to list a product. You need to have pictures. You need to have information. You have to have a title, right? Size of the package and the price point. Now, the reason why I say there is almost every food product on the planet can be sold in bulk. Almost. Okay. If you're making cookies, you could sell cookies 4 dozen, 5, 6 dozen at a time, and you can market it to be an item that could be at a wedding, as far as a dessert bar, festivals or events that people are putting on where they have a whole bunch of people coming and they need hundreds and hundreds of cookies. You could sell bulk cookies. You could sell bulk cakes. You could sell pretty much anything in bulk. Now, when you do that, you have the potential to make larger individual transactions. Now, the whole reason why I'm doing this video is for that very point. You see this price here is $137 for 55 pounds of organic sunflower seeds. That is a big individual single transaction, and that's what I'm talking about in this video. Now, does this gentleman sell smaller? Of course he does. He sells 1 pound bags for $13. That's fantastic. Good. That's great. But in bulk, meaning something that's about I consider bulk anything around 5 pounds and up. That's going to be in bulk. So you have a product, and let's say it could even be a jar of sauce or a barbecue sauce or a marinade or a salsa. Sell it in a 12-pack or 24-pack at a time. Okay, why? Because you can get that larger individual per transaction price point and make a heck of a lot of money. And by doing it on eBay or Etsy, by the way, makes it super easy for you to get experience with e-commerce. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you've never done e-commerce before, if you're not familiar, these websites give you a chance to understand how it works. It's not as simple as, I'm sorry to say, but these numerous videos on YouTube where they make it sound like creating a Shopify store in 1 week, you're going to have $500,000 in sale is absolute nonsense. It's nonsense. Okay, so if you want to create a business and start it from scratch, it's going to take time to do this, and you need to be patient, and you also need to be open to the idea of learning, okay? Because the craziness about e-commerce and opening a website, and all of a sudden you can retire 2 years later, that's hogwash. It's not how it works. So this is a store here called Food to Live, okay? So I'm just going to go down the listing. I want to explain how this is set up and how you could take advantage of the same concept, and your specific food product can be sold the same way. Okay, this is actually pretty well made, to be honest with you. This page here for this gentleman's store. Here's the name. Of course, here's some feedback. Categories are very easily understood. So he has a lot of beans, lentils, nuts, organic products, dried fruit, etc. This is the information about the listing. So what you want to make sure, so a few things you want to cover is number one, let's go right to the top again. You want to make sure when you're selling in bulk that you are specifying that it is bulk, okay? And these words that are in this title are super key and super important because these are the basis, not this along with some other information I will tell you about in a second. This is ultra, ultra important, okay? Because if I'm looking for organic sunflower seeds and I need like a 10-pound bag, this is going to be the information. I'm going to type in organic sunflower seeds and the word bulk, okay? So all of that is being found in this title. Fantastic. That is exactly what you want. Now, let's say you have a line of nuts and you have a different variety, different flavor of several different nuts. What you want to specify, and you offer them in different sizes, okay? You want to say organic sunflower seeds. Let's say you have it in like a barbecue flavor. You want to create a listing for that, okay? You want to create an individual listing for that individual product, okay? And then you want the variations to be based on weight, not by flavor, okay? It's super important to understand this. You can create a listing like this, a generic one, and then this drop-down menu could be flavors instead of weight. So you could be selling, this listing would be a 5-pound listing for barbecued sunflower seeds, okay? So if you don't want to specify a weight and you want to specify flavors, you can do that with this type of a drop-down menu, okay? So the other thing is that you're offering this not as an auction. Remember, eBay is not just an auction. It's also a buy it now website where you can specify a price. Nobody can bid on this. That's the retail price. The gentleman is selling it. He's not auctioning it. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we covered that. And the idea again here is whatever you're doing. If you're making beef jerky, okay, you can do that. So then offer beef jerky in 1 pound bags, 10 1 pound bags, etc. Whatever it is, make them in large multiples because you can create a larger price point. And I mean, for goodness, if you got a gentleman who buys 4 or 5 of these orders a week at $140, that's like $600 or so a week in just this one particular product. Okay. And obviously this guy has, let's visit his store really quick. He has a ton of products. So you can see that here, it just goes on and on. So he has 1,100. Wow, that's a lot. He has 1,100 products in his store. Okay. And see how he has it set up? Okay. From a small price point to the large. It's a buy now. And plus he gets free shipping and free returns. Also, by the way, when you do this, and again, if you're new to e-commerce, offering free shipping and free returns are very, very important. Ultra important, actually. You want to definitely do that because it's going to entice customers way more than if you have something where you got to ship it and it charges the customer. And let's say you don't take returns, it's just sold as is. Now in food, normally you won't take the food product back. You'll probably end up giving a refund if there happens to be an issue with the food product. So when you're going down, you're scrolling down here, you can see this guy has a huge variety. Now, am I telling you, if you're new to e-commerce, to have this type of variety? No. No way. If this guy's obviously experienced in doing this, their company's been around for a while. So he does that. Now, if you have, let's say I've had this question a few times from subscribers. If you've only got 1 or 2 items, I was actually asked once about a subscription business. If you can operate a subscription business based on having 1 item, yeah, you potentially could. But when it comes to this, I would highly recommend you think outside the box. If you're into a certain type of product, let's say beef jerky, okay? If you have the capacity or have the ability to offer a variety of flavors, sizes of bags, etc., do that. The more variety that you give your customers when it comes to food, the better off you will be. What I mean better off is you're just going to sell more and you're going to have the potential to have a customer buy 10 or 12 things from you instead of just 2. So obviously this guy has 1,100 items and this is a pretty big company is what it sounds like. And they're out of New York. So they're probably importing a lot of this stuff directly in through New York and then selling it from New York out to everybody. So keep that in mind. So selling in bulk, like I said, it depends on how you're packaging it. Make sure you're packaging it so it's enticing a larger individual price point per sale, okay? Now, you want to make sure that you let your customers know about all the attributes. You know, what does the product have? Is it certified organic? This guy's got a ton of stuff here. It's non-GMO, it's kosher, et cetera, et cetera. And then product description, specifically about what it is, okay? The nutritional value, it's always important as well. And the directions of how to handle the food. This is ultra important. See, this is a great listing to give you an example. The more information you can give your customer, the better off your food product will be when it sells. So I want to wrap it up really quick. I just wanted to give a quick rundown and give you some ideas to help you brainstorm the idea of selling your food in bulk. And again, it doesn't matter what it is. You can literally sell anything in bulk. Just make it a larger quantity per transaction and make it worth your time when you do, okay? So if you have any questions, more questions about bulk selling of food products online and starting a store on eBay or Etsy, let me know down in the comments section and I will definitely get to it as soon as possible. And if this was truly helpful for you, do give me a big thumbs up. And as always, I've got consulting available. If you want to sign up for our email subscription, it's a monthly consulting program. I will correspond with you directly. And that's via email. And then also our 1-hour consulting, which I'll have some links down in the description for you to check out. So take care, guys, and I will see you on the